Hello, this time we're going to talk about experiences in life. We're going to share everything about our lifetime so far. So, in the end, you can say, I swear I've lived no matter you are still young, you are 18, 15, how old are you are? So, you can say, I swear I've lived the life I really wanted. I've made some changes in my life. I've gotten some goals. I've lived some good and bad experiences as well. To do so, it is important to review the present perfect structure. With this, we can express or we can share everything about our lifetime. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, here you have a video. Hope you can watch it. It's of One Republic I Lived. The link is below the screenshot. And the title is Alive with Cystic Fibrosis. Well, this is not the title of the song, but this is the title of the message they are giving us. In the very beginning, you will see a boy who has suffered from this disease. He shares his experience of living with cystic fibrosis for a long time. What he does, how he has gotten through this, and you can see the message, the joy, the will, the enthusiasm he expressed, he shared. No matter what this illness has come to his life, he has this smile on his face and this will to continue living his life. Hope you can enjoy it. Okay, in this slide you can see the picture, the photograph of the boy in the video. It's Brian. Well, on the right you can see the lyrics of the song, One Republic song, and I invite you to read and analyze some of the verses. They can give us some messages, deep messages. And below the picture, the photograph, you can see a dialogue of Brian. This is the dialogue that he gets in the very beginning of the video. He gives a message, but further the message, you can see his expression of hope, of honesty. He wants to transmit something to the audience. No matter how, no matter what your life is like, the most important thing is to live a life. And in the end, no matter what is going to be the end, the most important thing is that you can tell, I lived my life. Everything I wanted to do, I did it. Everything I wanted to accomplish, I made it. Or almost everything, okay? So let's analyze the dialogue. I've been doing my treatments every day of my life. So to me, they're one of those things which are normal. My name is Ryan, and I've been living with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. I've been doing and I've been living. This is the structure of present perfect. Why Ryan uses present perfect? Because he is referring his own experiences. To express our own experiences so far, we use this tense. I've been doing. But do you notice something? Yes, the ing. The ing. Why in present perfect we are using ing? Because it's present perfect continuous. We use the continuous when we express something that it is happening constantly in our lives. It started long ago, 15 years ago. Brian was diagnosed of cystic fibrosis, and he is still living with this disease. So he has been living with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. I've been doing my treatments since he was diagnosed of this illness. He has been doing his treatments, so he has been living with this disease. Let's see some of the verses. One of I like the most is, hope if everybody runs, you choose to see. When there comes a situation when I have some trouble, somebody can run or deny a help, but there can be someone who extend a hand or gives you a hand or gives you help, yes, in times of trouble. This is some of the messages of this song. All right, continue with the next slide.
Well, here you can see it's a fish. A fish. You can see the the head, the fling, the tail, the whole body, and in a way you can see its expression. Maybe it's saying, "No, don't eat me! Don't eat me!" Okay, so what we see physically, apparently, is the shape of an animal. All right, the whole thing of an animal. Well, it happens the same in communication. When we express something, is the surface of an idea, is the expression, is the result of some structures. Here you have a sentence. I have lived with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. This is an expression, this is an idea, this is a sentence, this is communication. So, but below or under the surface, under the fish, under this sentence, there is a structure. That's the thing we're going to analyze in the next slide. Well, here you have a fish. It's the same fish, I guess. No, it is not the same fish. Or maybe it is the same fish because its expression is different. It's a happy fish. Maybe he doesn't know what it is going to happen. Okay. It's going to be the dish of some restaurant, or he can even know that it's going to be eaten. Well, let's see. So this is a picture, all right? There's no color, there's no other design, but a simple picture, okay? And we have the same sentence. I have lived with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. Here you have a sentence. Here you have an expression, all right? So you have an idea of what a dialogue is, okay? So you have the body, the flesh, um, is what we say it is the utterances, sentences, expressions, ideas, as I said before. Okay? But let's analyze the structure of this sentence. What is below, underneath the surface? Well, it's the structure, it's the skeleton, as the next slide.
Okay, here you have a skeleton. What is the use of a skeleton? Well, a skeleton gives us support, makes us be standing still, um, gives a structure to a thing. In the case of a fish, the skeleton gives the support, gives the structure of the shape of the animal. Okay, and in case of humans, well, our skeleton makes us support, makes us be standing still, makes us move, all right, direction. Um, well, it happens the same with communication. Sentences, ideas, expressions are supported by structures, grammar structures. Why? Because grammar structures makes things be coherent, makes things be meaningful, gives meaning to expressions, gives coherence. This is the use of a skeleton. So let's analyze then the structure of the present perfect. Well, here we have it. Okay, what is the structure of the present perfect? Here we have the subject, which is the head, and then the auxiliary, which is the neck. has something that holds the body and the head. And then we got the body, the spine, which is the verb, the action that gives us movement. And then the complement, which is the tail that gives direction. All right? So what is the structure? What is the skeleton? What is the grammar structure of present perfect? Where, well, you have the subject. Then the auxiliary, have, in negative, haven't. All right? And what about the third person of singular? He, she, it, or a singular noun? We use the auxiliary has or hasn't. Okay? And then a verb. But what kind of a verb? The verb in past participle. Alright? You see the third column of that list of verbs that maybe in secondary school your teacher gave you to learn by heart? For instance, what is the past participle of the verb be? Be. In past was were. In past participle, been. Huh? And what about write? The verb write. Write in past wrote, in past participle written. Okay? Alright. And for instance, the regular verbs, they remain the same. Live. Alright? Lift. In past lift. In past participle lift. I have lived with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. Alright? Okay, let's check out the next. Okay, here we have the structure, alright, but in a sentence. Yeah, you can see the skeleton has some, it has some defined structure now, alright? So, I have lived with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. This is the sentence. I, the subject, have the auxiliary. Lived is a regular verb in past participle. With cystic fibrosis for 15 years, this is the complement, alright? With cystic fibrosis is the direct object. Remember that? What or how? How I've lived. Well, I have lived with this disease, with this illness, which is cystic fibrosis. How long? Alright? For 15 years. In present perfect, we can use the time, sometimes indicators or sometimes markers or sometimes expressions, which is this adverb. Remember the adverb for 15 years, for 30 years. They give us the exactly amount of time. In this case, the exactly amount of years, for 15 years. Alright? I have lived with cystic fibrosis for 15 years. This is present perfect descriptor. Okay, this is a time for practice. In the video, at the end of the video, there is a message, a written message for all of us, for all the audience, okay? So we can have more information about this disease, cystic fibrosis, okay? Watch again the video at the end and try to complete these expressions, alright? Use the verbs given here, alright? And to complete these sentences, raise the gift. But you have to investigate, you have to find out which is the past participle of these verbs with the link given below, alright? There you have an example. Brian and his teammates, and his teammates and his buddies, his friends, have ridden over than 1,200 miles. Alright, they are in a foundation race to get money for investigations, to continue investigations or research, to get a better treatment or a cure in a certain way for this disease. Now, you continue your practice. Now, here we continue with more practice. But this is a practice in which you have to share your own experience, your own lifetime, okay? Well, what are your experiences so far? Your changes, your achievements, okay? Let's see some of these questions. What has your life been like? Has it been wonderful to you, no matter if you are 16 or 17 years old? Yeah, we're not talking about the amount of life, we're talking about your life. How much have you changed? If you have changed so much since you were a kid, since last year maybe. Everybody changes all the time. Physically, emotionally, or character, the way of being. What goals have you achieved? What objectives in life have you accomplished? Have you gotten everything you wanted? Well, let's see. You can share at least one in affirmative and one in negative, like the example given. For instance, this is my own experience, and this is for sure. I have lost my uncle, and that's true. He died for this COVID-19. He died a month ago. I haven't gotten sick fortunately, alright? I've been permanently healthy, and I try to keep myself healthy for the sake of my family too. Well, changes. What changes I have experienced? Well, I have become sporty. Yes, I made a sporty woman of myself. I've been training a little bit every day. I practice a 30-minute exercise routine every day. I try to keep healthy, myself healthy. So for this reason, I try to practice some kind of exercise every day. And some changes that I have not experienced at all. I haven't had my haircut. I'm a little scared to go to the hairdressers, so I haven't paid a visit to my hairdressers so far. And my achievements. What are my achievements so far? Achievements, remember, those objectives in life. I have done 3 online courses. Yes, I have spent my time taking these online courses to be a better teacher for you. But I haven't gotten a doctoral degree yet. I plan to do it. I hope to do it soon. Well, that's it. Now it's your turn. What can you share of your lifetime? Well, thank you very much. I hope you have learned, but mostly you have learned more about cystic fibrosis, but mostly you have received the message. We are living tough times with this virus that is threatening our lives, but we can make the best of it in our own lives. Get the best of it for us, for ourselves, for our families. I know you are living in your own home tough times, but I think you can make that difference. Enjoy your life, your precious life, because we have a life. We can do many things, believe me. Hope you are well, and see you next time.